It's currently just past 6 a.m. at South Bellevue Station on the Toon Line. Today I'm going to be looping Lake Washington, but I have to stay as close to the water as possible. So allow me to explain how this is going to work today. So while most people do the Lake Washington loop by doing the 560 to the one line, to the 522, to the 535, I'm doing it a bit of a different way. I'm going to be trying to stay as close as possible to the water as I can. This means that while I am going to be riding a couple regional buses, for the most part, I'm going to be taking local routes that run alongside the waterfront. For example, the 75 through like Lake City, the Sandpoint area, or the 560, that's the closest thing that runs to the water through like the Newcastle area, or the 27 by Coleman Park. So it's going to take a long time, hence why I'm going to give time updates throughout the video. As of right now, it is currently about 6:10, 6:15 maybe. So yeah, let's see how long it takes. Our first bus of the day is 7344 on the 249 to Redmond Tech. Metro Route 249 is undergoing a major change in the end of August, where it will no longer be a Metro fixed route and will instead be subcontracted through Metro Dart service with HopeLink. Another major change going on with the route is it will no longer travel to Redmond Technology Station and will instead terminate at the Spring District Station just northeast of Bellevue Transit Center, off of North Up Way. Another major change is it will no longer serve the Beaux Arts Village neighborhood, cutting service to what is the smallest municipality in King County, with a population of only 317 people. The more you know. Now at Bellevue Transit Center, time to wait about 20 minutes for the 560. Next bus of the day, 9213, 560 to Westwood Village. just got off the 107. Time to walk over to the 106. Well, not really walk. It's literally the same exact stop. Should have a couple minutes here, and then we're on our way towards Seattle. Here comes the next bus. Route 106 to International District.
Of course, we're not going all the way there.
Coach 7136. Just got off the 106, now at Rainier Avenue and Fisher Place, Rainier Beach. Time to wait for the 7. Our next bus is 4552 on the 7 to downtown. Trolley time. So, while on the 7, we came to the realization that due to our 249 running late this morning and us missing the previous 560, we are not gonna make our 225 at Kenmore Park and Ride.
Well, it's more like we're counting on it running late.
Counting on it running late 1 minute.
It might happen considering it's a Bellevue-based route.
But if the 225 ends up being missed, Metro Flex, which is microtransit, does exist. And even though it's probably going to follow a different routing to get us to the Kirkland area, it's literally our best bet. And I'm not canceling this trip just because of a slight mishap. So, yeah, this is fun. After a not so dreadful walk along Rainier, made it to the 50 stop, Othello and Rainier Ave. Next bus, 3714, Route 50 to West Seattle via Soto. Just got off the 50 at Genesee and Rainier. Time to get on another 7 and head north to Mount Baker. Next bus of the day, 4549. Route 7 to downtown Seattle via Rainier. Just got off the 7 at Mount Baker Transit Center. Woke propaganda! Now off the 14. Time for the long walk to the 27. About halfway to the 27. Absolutely beautiful view of the I-90 bridge and the two-line tracks. An even better view as we go down Day Street. Man, I fucking love this city. Don't you?
Yeah.
Mr. at Evergreen Transit.
Yeah.
Walking down these little trails. It's always interesting because you never know if you're gonna step on a snake, come face to face with a spider web, or just fall and fucking die. Probably the most depressing and noisy part of this walk is this portion. Once you finish going downhill on Day Street, you must proceed east 1 block farther. And to do so, you have to walk right next to Interstate 90 itself. Oh my goodness. Isn't this just wonderful? I love traffic, don't you? Well, we made it to the bottom of the bridge. Time to go get on that 27. Just got off the 27. Our next route is a certain bus route. Thanks to this 8 being the late, we were able to transfer onto it from the 27, which was scheduled to be a negative -1 minute transfer. Time to go catch the 48. So because we were able to make this 8 instead of the next one, we will hopefully be able to make the 75 that connects us to a 522/372 in time for that 225 out of Kenmore Park and Ride. Now this is just hope at this point. We just have to hope that there's no dropped trips, nothing runs super late. I mean, this 48 is already running pretty late, but even then we should theoretically make it. So what a turnaround. I wasn't expecting this. Next bus, 8030, 48 to U District. Well, we made it to the UW campus. Over there's Husky Stadium. Now walking over to the 75, which is our next route. The 75 runs along Sandpoint Way, serving Madison Park and all points in between. Just missed one a couple minutes ago, so gonna have to get the one in about 10 minutes, but we're still on time for that 225. So, high hopes. Made it to Okanagan. Just in time. 81.94 on the 75. Just got off the 75. Welcome to Lake City. Now walking over to the 372/522 stop. We'll see what shows up and we'll get on. So made it onto the 522 barely. Got off the 75, and as we were approaching the intersection, I looked and saw the 522 approaching, so I fucking sprinted for the stop and made it on board. So we're definitely making the 225. That's the good thing.
Better get. This is the 522 before the one that basically timetable was to make.
That is true. We're actually on the 522 before the one that I planned on catching. So yeah, this is going very well.
Next stop, Northeast Bothell Way and 61st Avenue Northeast.
(10:46 a.m.) Just got off the 522. And there's the 372 that we barely missed. Now in Bothell.
Come back. We saw this 372 while we were waiting at Kenmore. Sorry, not Kenmore, but U District.
Next bus of the day, 7245 on the 225 to Redmond Technology Station. Just got off the 225. Time to figure out what to ride next. Next bus approaching. Route 230 to Kirkland Transit Center, coach 7249. After this, 3 more buses and we should have completed the loop.
Next stop, 13th Avenue. Next stop, 9th Avenue.
Made it to Kirkland. Now, because there's a little bit of a wait before the 250, also link. Want to show you something interesting at Kirkland Transit Center. Kirkland is the only transit center in the region, aside from Olympia, that has a demonstrator bike rack. One of the good ones too. So yeah, that's neat. Next bus, route 255 to U District, coach 6974.
Next stop, 6th Street South and 5th Avenue South.
Just got off the 255 at Evergreen Point. Now to walk to the 271 to get into Bellevue. Because the 271 doesn't serve Evergreen Point Freeway Station, I'm having to walk down the State Route 520 trail, which, as you can see, I'm currently on, down to 84th Avenue, where I'll have to make another little walk to the 271's nearest stop. There's a 271 due in about 10 minutes and one in about 25. Give or take, it's a 15 to 20 minute walk, so most likely taking the one in 25. Finally, approaching the 271 stop. A decently painful walk, but not too bad. Got about 15 minutes until the 271, so time to wait. Next ride and final ride of the day, 7227, 271. To Eastgate Park and Ride. Well, officially completed the Lake Washington Loop, but I had to travel as close to the lake as possible. Made it back to Bellevue Transit Center at 1:27. Started the trip at South Bellevue Park and Ride about 6:15. That's a total trip time of about 7 hours. Wasn't too bad. Would do it again.